Good morning, friends. I'm back again. This is Corky, the Plum Creek Booksmith. I have an old ledger book that I have redone, and I made it into a junk journal. Let me make this go back a little bit. There we go. And so the original spine was probably half the size of this, and this is like 2 inches, and it's a hard one. And I've wrapped it with some sturdy fabric. I think this is a canvas fabric. And then I've put the holes through the book board, glued the fabric, and put these paper fasteners through. And it's a very sturdy spine application. The dimensions are 12 by almost 7.5, 2-inch spine, like I said. There's 4 signatures, and they are sewn through the spine. And then on the back, I've glued on it this lacy tablecloth fabric, so it makes it very secure. Before I get going too far into this, I want you guys to know that all of this original ephemera will accompany the journal, and so there's just a lot of good stuff in here. I have so much that I need to start dwindling my stash. So all of this plus this cool envelope will be going along with the journal. So I think I said there's 4 signatures, and there's a total of 208 plus pages. So we'll get started. I left the original inside cover alone. It has the price of $1 here. I don't know if that was the original price or if somewhere along the way maybe it got sold on a garage sale. I'm not sure, but I thought it needed to have the original maker stamp there. I have secured the paper fasteners with this line of label fabric, like I do a lot of times. I've used a lot of, well, mainly the pages are ledger pages from this book and other ledgers. So this book had a lot of empty pages, so that gives you lots of journal space. And then I also did some just plain paper, like this one I think is, I couldn't tell you, maybe it was like a notebook, school notebook paper, and then I've done some staining, and that one is like green, light green, real pretty. And here's another ledger paper. It's from that insurance company, and I love the writing. It's like from the late 1800s, and a lot of times these pages had extra little, like this was something that would have been attached to the page. This is a gasoline permit for that particular client in this insurance book. I've turned up this because it was so much longer than this journal, so I've turned up the pages that come with this, and so it gives you a pocket. So here's a pocket that has a little envelope, glassine envelope, and so I put some map pages inside there, and that was from a little book that I got at an antique store. And then here's some little receipts, and then here's some page darts that help keep this pocket secure. And then I put my little butterfly here. I have I think 4 of these original pages from an old book from London, and I love all of the images on it. And I know I have this. I scanned all these pages and made a digital from those. So if you're interested in those, I think they're on my Etsy store. I have some music pages. And then a lot of these are so filled with writing, which is cool because the writing is really cool. And then these stamps, you can either cover them with plain paper, or I think you could maybe like tear these out and use these for collage, or if you're wanting to make some interesting journal tags. So these don't have to stay in the book. The new owner can do whatever he or she wants. Made a little pocket here. I imagine this is kind of a masculine feeling journal, so I imagine that this is the owner of the journal and his son. And so I just made a little pocket here. This is an old postcard, and I didn't like the front of it, so I collaged on it rather than to throw it away. I'm making good use of it, and I made something pretty out of something I thought was kind of ugly. Some of those postcards you get are just kind of, I don't know, bad taste, you know. They're from a bygone era that just, you know, anyway. There's some extra writing space here, and like I said, if you wanted to be able to write on something like that, you could just glue this on and you have extra writing space. This flips out and it's a pocket, and it holds some more of those little receipts. And then this is a little pocket behind that paper. Excuse me. And I love this little postcard, and this opens up and it has a little street scene of Monument Bridge, and it says Hull. I don't know if that's a town. It says greetings from Hull. I don't know if it's somewhere, you know, international, or if that's United States. But anyway, it had been lifted up a few times and this had torn back upon itself. So I gently glued this back down, and so I mended that and made it usable again. And I put some pretty images in because I think the man who owned this was a gardener, especially a flower gardener. Just so you know, this paper is very fragile, but I imagine you might be able to use it for, well, you can write on it for one thing, but if you want, you can tear it out and use it in collage. Here's another one of those advertising pages. And some more ledger paper. Another little tuck spot. And I was telling you about these kind of things earlier. This is one of those, well, it's the back side of that insurance ledger, and it has a receipt. Let's see, does it have a date? Yeah, 1885. So that was probably something that this client must have purchased in addition to maybe property insurance. Here's another one of those postcards, and then I put this little canceled stamp there and a little pull, and I just covered what I didn't like. Music page and a little flower. And then this kind of holds this from flopping around. Another pretty floral image. I made this great big pocket out of a great big window envelope. Covered it with ledger paper and a little image of a little boy on his dad's shoulder. And then inside it has this pretty bird scene. And then I found this beautiful watercolor page out of an old Ideals magazine. So the whole back of it is where you can write, journal on it, and then tuck it back in here. And you can see the pretty watercolor through the window envelope. Lots of journal space. And here's a little from a checkbook. It's what you entered, what you wrote the check for, and then you kept a running balance. Here's another one of those pages from that book from London, from England. This is just a fun little pack of cards that are just fun little advertisements that I like to make, and I have them put together with a paper fastener, and they just hug the top of that pocket. And I sewed this pocket with some baker's twine. I don't know if I did that with the other one or not. I've chosen different ways to secure this pocket. This pocket holds a glassine envelope from 1909 with a stamp on it, and then I just put this 1931 group of months. It's like a calendar package there, I guess, stapled together, but December is missing. Sorry. So that just sits right inside here. Lots of original ephemera in this journal, people. And then here's a long flashcard, and then it's a tuck spot, and there's a canceled check from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Another pretty floral image. You can tuck something there if you want. And then this just opens up for extra journaling space, and then it folds back, and then you've got these two places to journal as well. Another pretty floral image with a fun little label. Here's another pocket, another postcard that's been covered, and then this is looks like a ticket to the Nebraska Midland Railroad. Stewart Museum of the Prairie Pioneer, Grand Island, Nebraska. I wish I had a date on it, but I don't have a date. Oh wait, now this probably has a date on it. It's a very faint stamp, but it's just kind of unique. Another one of those pages, those advertisement pages. I have a little fan in the corner here, and it holds 4 chemistry flashcards. They're all separate. They're not attached together. There's another one of those pages. Layaway ticket, a page out of a wildflower book, and the St. Louis Dentists, Kansas City, Missouri. Must have just been an advertising card. York Farm Store Incorporated. There's 3 pages here of that. Another floral page. Music paper. Rusty paper clip. And I love this little snippet out of one of the journals. It says Statement, January 1885. I just love, love, love the calligraphy. And here's a little page out of a trading stamp book. And this just flips out. Cute little chickens. I love chickens. Here's some prescriptions that are tucked in, and I think there's prescriptions in this packet as well. So there'll be more prescriptions. They're kind of fun. You can write on the back or use them in collage. There's another little tuck spot. Here's a little corner pocket, and I put an authentic postcard here from 1910, and I put it there so you could see the pretty in that envelope, or the window, sorry. And then it wraps around to this side, and there's a decorated postcard and an old picture, and it has what it's all about on the back. Some kind of ranch, it says. Ranch buildings. So that's way back in the old time days. Wish there was a date on it. I decorated it with a little grommet or whatever those are called, and put some string through. And I sewed this page, or this pocket here, another layaway ticket and another decorated postcard that you can journal on. Beautiful picture of I want to say anemone, but I'm not sure. It might be an aster. Not sure. It's pretty, whatever it is. If you find out what it is, you can write on the label. I know that's a rose. I stapled this little pocket, and then inside here is a little tag that I made a long, 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 long time ago. There's a pocket up here, cute little Tim. Why can't I think of his name? Anyway, the little people, and then a number here, another little pocket here for a tag, and then there's a little tuck spot with a little, what looks like a little envelope to do some writing. I need to do some more of these. These are so much fun to make. You make the base out of an old book page. That way you're not throwing away and discarding book pages. You're making good use of them after you tear them out of a book. There's a lotto card. Another one of those pages out of that England book. It was something to do with royalty. It had like a genealogy. The thing was like 5 inches thick. I still have lots of it. I tried to sell pages out of it, but they didn't go very well, so I just use them as I can. And they had like the, the family seal on. Whenever you go to another family, it would show the seal of that family. Here's a Hobbs Restaurant, York, Nebraska. It's like one of what the waitress would write your order down. And I just punched a hole and attached it that way. This really lightweight paper from 1959. This comes open, and then there's 2 pieces of paper here. It's FAA flight plan. So when you get ready to make your flight plan, you've got your paper here to do it. Another one of those advertising pages. There's one of my binder clips as a tuck. It has some receipts, money receipts. Here's another one of those watercolor. This was on the other side of that. I mean, it was a spread, and it was on the other side of the other watercolor. It's beautiful. It's like a snow scene where there's a little creek running through. Here's another pocket that I've hand sewn. There's a canceled check. There's some little kids. It must be the man who owns this ledger. Those are his kids. There's another receipt and some canceled checks. This just is tipped in. And then on the back, I decided to have some extra storage here. So this opens up. You can write on this. Then this authentic, awesome looking envelope from, let's see, it says the Post Office Department. Oh, it's from Junction City, Kansas. So it's full of, and it was from 1943. Somebody had written that down. And I just filled it with canceled checks, an old picture, an old date book page, and a bingo card. And then I covered the backside of that paper fastener with some cloth. And then I had gotten this in something I had ordered from Amazon, and so I just copy dyed it. I thought that's appropriate to put in a journal that I'm selling. Thank you. There's a little card here. This is more snug than I wanted it to be. I even put like little envelopes behind these cards to help maybe not be so, I thought it would give it some, I don't know, so it wouldn't be so tight. But it's pretty tight. And this is just a trifold, something that you can use for, you can put stuff in here. There's a pocket here. Oh, that's not a pocket. Oh, there's a pocket. I did this a long time ago. I followed some little instruction, and I just thought it was so much fun. There's a pocket here, too. There's a pocket here. This closes. There's a pocket here, and there's a pocket there. So, kind of fun. And I'll just put this little thank you card in there. And that goes into this first index card divider, if I can get it in there. And then this is just a snippet from a ledger book. Several counter checks and another bingo card. Then these flip out, and there's a little place to tuck things here. This is an envelope that I made into a pocket, and there's just some extra writing space in here. And this one is the same way. It flips open, and there's a little tuck spot here, and then a little pocket here for more stuff. And so that is the end of this beautiful ledger book. Ledger book of ledgers. Ledger book of ledger pages. So I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell. And I'm trying to get to 1,000. So 1,000 subscribers. So please do whatever you can to help me. That'd be a great Christmas gift to me. Have a great day, friends. Bye now.